Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk with Sherry Wherry, where we have real conversations to facilitate healing. So, I want to give you a little information just about who I am, why I decided to start this series, and what you can expect as well. So, again, my name is Sherry Wherry. Yes, it rhymes. Yes, it is my real name. I have lots of fun with my name, but that is a story for another day. I am the CEO, founder, and empowerment strategist of Wherry Consultations, LLC, where I empower or equip women to live boldly in their God-given identity through personal, professional, and spiritual development. I'm the author of 2 books, and I'm just really passionate about helping people to be their best selves. I'm committed to justice, to equality, and really giving voice and access and opportunity to the underserved, the underrepresented, and those who are disenfranchised in our society. With this series, this was actually inspired by just all the events that have happened just over the past few weeks. It's been very disheartening, to be completely honest, to see just the social unrest and just the commitment of some to ideologies and theories and systems that are racist and discriminatory and that disproportionately affect Black people here in this country. And so while I have plenty of experiences that I can give you as far as my own run-ins with racist individuals and discriminatory practices within systems and family members and loved ones and friends who have been affected, I didn't want to just stay in my pain. I didn't want to just stay in my hurt and my frustration. I wanted to continue to contribute to being a part of the solution. And so it started off with me posting a lot more frequently on social media over the past 2 weeks. Usually I post maybe once a day or a few times, a week. But for like the past week or so, I've been posting every day, several times a day, just to bring awareness to what is happening, to give some insight, to give some information as far as the background to what brings us here today. And in addition to that, I had experience here locally as well, and then just other things that have unfolded that gave me this idea to be able to have real conversations to facilitate healing. I know that there is a lot of layers to what is happening, but this is my attempt at, again, being part of the solution and being able to talk about those difficult things, not just about what's happening right now, but then in other aspects of our life. So for the next few weeks, the focus will probably just be about the racial injustice that we are right in the midst of right now, that actually dates back to the exception of our country here in America. But again, we'll be talking about other topics as well. So for today, what I wanted to discuss is just the issue of compassion. I know that there are individuals, allies, non-people of color who are looking at ways to be involved and to be part of the solution. And if everything that is happening is new to you, if you are not aware of the history of racial injustice in this country that has disproportionately affected Black people, if you're not aware of the history even behind how this country was founded and what happened to the Native people who were here in this land, how this land was stolen from them, and how injustice is systemic and institutionalized, it can be overwhelming trying to get a handle and grasp on that all at once. The other thing is that you may be feeling targeted. You may feel like this is an individual attack when people are talking about, Black Lives Matters and police brutality and everything that is happening. And I wanted to give just a pointer when it comes to just a starting place of just entering the conversation and how you can be assistance. And really, it boils to having compassion. So I want to start off with an example first. So let's say a friend comes to you and they tell you that a loved one has passed away, and it's because they actually had a heart attack. And with having this heart attack, that friend discloses to you that their family member had a long history of, just unhealthy patterns when it came to their lifestyle that actually precipitated them now not being healthy, and that led to them having a heart attack. And the moment that the friend is talking to you and they're grieving the loss of their loved one, the last thing that you're going to do is to begin to attack that person's lifestyle and talk about how they should have made healthier diet choices, how they should have, ate healthier food, how they should have, exercised more regularly, and things that they could have done so they could have still been alive. You won't do that. You're going to mourn with your friend the fact that their loved one is gone. You're going to send your condolences. You're going to show empathy in that moment at the fact that your friend is just grieving the fact that their loved one is no longer here. In light of everything that is happening, I encourage you to take that same stance when it comes to the individuals in your lives, to Black people that you know, to other people of color who are experiencing a lot of pain and grief and loss, because what has happened is that you can start with compassion. You don't have to understand all of the history right away. You don't have to be able to quote off statistics and figures that give light to the injustices and the institutionalized racism and discrimination that affects people of color in this country, and has affected them for the past 400 years. Just start with compassion. Just take a moment to imagine what it would feel like to live in this country and to fear for your life. To feel that you are not valued, to feel that your life doesn't matter, to have the knowledge to know that it was actually in the law that we were only 3/5 of a person. Imagine what that would feel like to know that it was legally on the books that you, simply because of the color of your skin, was only counted as 3/5 of a person. Imagine what it would feel like to be driving down the street or walking down the street and to see a police officer and to immediately feel fear. Even though that's not your lived experience, just take a moment to imagine if that was your lived experience. Don't try to answer it away. Don't try to deny it. Don't try to say that your friend is exaggerating that truth. Think about how you would talk to, how you would support the friend who had lost a loved one due to a heart attack, and take that same stance of compassion when it comes to the individuals who are in your life who are now expressing frustration and anger and fear because of all of the things that have happened in this country and is still happening today. Have compassion. Romans 12:15, it says to rejoice with those who rejoice and to mourn with those who mourn. Right now, the Black community, we're mourning. People of color in this country are mourning. Allies are mourning. And if you are new to this whole process and you don't understand, and if it's hard to really grasp everything that is happening, I just urge you just to start with compassion and to mourn with us. We're mourning, so mourn along with us. Even as you seek to understand, as you seek to get all the information, as you seek to get the history, just start with compassion. Grieve with us. Support us in this moment by not trying to deny our real life experience, trying not to deny the history that is happening, trying to deny the reasons why we feel fear, the reasons why we're angry, the reason why we're hurt. Just mourn with us. And that compassion will open a door for conversations, real conversations, to facilitate healing, so that we can now be in this journey together to bring about the change that is so necessary in this country. Thank you all for tuning in today. I look forward to being back in another week. What I'm going to do is actually begin posting these videos every other week, but in order to get on that schedule, I'll be back next week, and then after next week, it will be every other week. If you would like to keep in contact with me, you can follow me on social media. On Instagram and Twitter, it's Sherry_Wherry. You can find my Facebook business page at Sherry C. Wherry. You can also check out my website just to see what I do and the services that I offer, which is sherrywherry.com. And make sure that you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you won't miss any notifications when I upload new videos and content as well. Thank you so much for joining. Remember, just have compassion. Mourn with those that mourn. Be there for us to support us in that moment, and then we can continue to have real conversations that facilitate healing. Take care, and I'll be in touch with y'all soon. Bye.